Hey there, Pisces. How are you today? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading for the days February 10th to the 13th. Okay, I'll be back on Wednesday to do your bonus reading, and that'll get you through the weekend. So this one is for Monday through Thursday. Okay, that's about it. We're just going to pull cards and see what they have to say. Alrighty. So this one is for my Pisces. Alrighty then. Let's see what we get. Okay, what is your current situation? Four of Swords. So currently you're trying to rest, or you need to try to rest, okay? It's time for you to take a break. Regroup. If there's healing that needs to be done, you need to get your bearings again. Yeah. Rest, that's really what you need. Okay, so what is the obstacle to that? The Five of Pentacles. So it's hard to rest when all you can do is think about or, I was going to say obsess. I don't know if that's right, but, stew over something. And what it is that you're upset about is feeling very much so left out in the cold. It's like you've been ostracized from a situation or something. You're feeling incredibly abandoned right now. So it's like you can't relax because when you try to relax, your head just focuses around this one issue, this whatever this was. It feels like you've been pushed out of something. Left out in the cold by people that you thought, had your back, people that you thought were there for you. And it feels like people, not a person. So it almost feels like you've been pushed out of a group, a family, something, an organization, a job. It's something where it feels like there's multiple people that you've lost in this situation. Okay, see what we get. What do you need to focus on? So, Ten of Swords. You've been betrayed in this situation. You really have. I'm not going to say you didn't play a part in it, because you had some part in it at some point, But whatever your part was has been strongly blown out of proportion. And I don't feel like it was a misunderstanding or a miscommunication. It's been done on purpose. So somebody was aiming to make this happen and found something they could grab a hold of, and that's how they did this. But it's being considered unjust, and it is being looked at by Spirit as a betrayal. I know that probably doesn't make you feel much better, but in the long run it might, because when the scales are balanced, then things should come. They should be balanced when they're balanced. Let's see. Okay, so what is it you need to leave behind you? The Five of Cups. You have an incredible feeling right now of loss and regret, sadness. And it's an overwhelming feeling of it. I feel like you're trying to fight it rather than just go through it, which is understandable, but you have to know it's not going to help you unless you get through this to the other side. You need to feel this and let it go. You know what I mean? What's happened's happened. What's done is done. You can't necessarily do much about that other than move forward. And to move forward, you're going to have to feel this and move forward. Okay? All right, like to not feel it and to try to push it down is just going to prolong your agony till you can get to the other side of this. Think of it like a river or a lake. You got to get through it to get to the other side, right? Okay. And instead of going across it at the smallest point, if you push it down and don't deal with it, you're just going to swim long ways down the river, which is not going to be very helpful. Okay, what is your strength in the situation? The Nine of Wands. Don't get it messed up. You're going to come out of this wounded. This was awful. I mean, don't try to not give the situation credit for how terrible it is. It really is terrible. I get that. But the kicker to the Nine of Wands is it's the wounded warrior, but they've made it through the battle. So it's like your strength is the fact that you're going to get through this. You'll have scars. I mean, this is an unfortunate situation. But as the wounded warrior, you're somebody who has persevered. You know what I'm saying? You're somebody who makes it to the other side and then moves forward. So it has its own upside to it, although it may not seem like it, but it really does. It means that you're successful in getting to the other side of this situation. Okay? And what is coming in the near future? It's Six of Wands, so it's public recognition and victory. You will be vindicated for whatever this was that was done to you unjustly. You will. The truth will come out. I mean, it will come to the surface. If this person did this to you, they'll do it to somebody else. Something will happen to make this level out, okay? All right, what is the advice? The advice is to not get stuck. Okay, try to see this from a different perspective and don't allow yourself to get stuck in this victim mentality. It would be easy to do because you are somewhat of a victim in there. Not 100%, but you are somewhat of a victim in the situation. But you don't want to get stuck in that mentality. You have to keep pushing forward. Okay? All right, what's the atmosphere? Knight of Swords. You're on a mission right now for clarity and truth because you know this person's up to something or that they orchestrated this and you're out to prove it, which is understandable. Just don't get yourself stuck, okay? All right. What are you afraid of? Two of Swords. You're afraid of trying to make a decision right now. I also feel like there's red flags flying everywhere about this situation and pertaining to this situation. I think they've been flying. I think this is a situation that brewed for a long time, or an extended amount of time at any rate, to get to where it was, where it got to this rolling boil and everything came apart. And there were signs along the way, and you chose to ignore them. Maybe that's part of what the regret is about. Meaning that I wouldn't say that you're to blame, but you did not take the signs when they came at you. They were red flags, and you were like, oh, look, pretty flags. You weren't paying attention to what was happening like that. Okay? Maybe this is a warning to try to be more cautious in the future, I guess. All right, let's see what else we get. What's in the near future? The Emperor. You'll take your power back, and you will reign victorious over this situation. It's going to take a minute to get there, and you're going to have to get through the feelings and get to the wounded warrior and move on, you know. But you'll get there. It is absolutely imminent that you're going to make it to the other side of this. And this person will pay for what they've done, to be certain. And you need to learn the lesson as far as the red flags go so it doesn't happen again, okay? For Monday, you've got the Three of Wands and the Hermit, which is understandable. You're pulling your energy back to reassess the situation. You're trying to look towards your future. I think it's difficult right now, but you're going to get it, okay? Tuesday, you've got the Fool and the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to come out of this stronger than you went into it because you're becoming much more self-reliant, you know, much less codependent. How's that? Much more self-reliant. With the Fool, you're trying to take a leap of faith in a new direction. Here again, it's proving very difficult, but it will get easier, okay? Wednesday, you have the Ace of Swords and Judgment. Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, and the truth in this situation is going to come out, I'm telling you. I don't know that it's going to come out by Wednesday, but by Wednesday, you absolutely feel like you know the truth and you're starting to pass judgment on the situation and the person involved. Thursday, you've got the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is not a persona that you're really comfortable in normally. This is a very cold-hearted bitch, really. She's tired of it. She's tired of all the whatever. She's got her sword drawn. She's giving people a chance to tell them the truth, and if they don't, supposedly she cuts their head off. Metaphorically, of course. Let's not go cutting people's heads off. But it's a stance that you're stepping into, even though it's somewhat uncomfortable, I feel like. It's somebody that's very logical. They're functioning minus emotion as best they can. You're a Pisces, so you're full of emotion. But on Thursday, you're not. You're trying to communicate. There's communication coming forward, and you're trying to communicate on Thursday, and you are doing it from a very logical standpoint. So as uncomfortable as that might seem, for now it seems necessary. Okay? All right, Pisces, I can't lie to you. It looks like a little bit of a rough week, but it also looks like a week that's going to render you much stronger at the end of it than you were going into it, and you're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. I'd be much more fearful if I was the person that messed with you, because it looks like they're going to pay for it eventually. Not by you, of course. We don't go get that vengeance, but by spirit. Okay? All right, you guys. Take care.